My dear people, I must say that I was motivated this evening by my Deacon John. You know that usually I personally speak about the CSA, and I promised to my staff and to some friends that I will talk about CSA last weekend. But then I find excuse because the gospel was so appealing, and I say I would not have a time to talk about the money. You know how I like to talk about that. And I said I will do this weekend. But this weekend I say, no, the gospel is very appealing too, so maybe I can postpone again. But when I saw Deacon John bringing his chair and cell phone, I said, yeah, okay, I am doing. So that's what will be, that I will have the first part of the homily, I will concentrate on the gospel, and the second part, I will talk about what I have to regarding CSA. You know that we continue our journey analyzing the faith. The last weekend we were talking about ability of forgiveness and how hatred is opposite to God's nature, to God himself, because it's another name for Satan. Today I would like to approach the faith from another point under the title that true faith, the real faith, motivates me to accept and to rejoice of somebody else's happiness, especially salvation. And we have this beautiful gospel here, according to Matthew, about the landowner and the workers and the wages. But really, if you want to look for the deep sense of that, it's not about wages. We have to discover what Jesus wants to say here. That the landowner, or one who invites the people to work in his vineyard, is God himself. The vineyard is our lives, and the wages are salvation. Simple like that. So the people join the vineyard and work or accept salvation or teaching of Jesus Christ in different time of their lives. And this is fact. You know, not everybody was born Catholic, and not everybody was born Christian. The human life has different style and different difficulties and different ability to open our hearts and to listen to the voice of God. But what is interesting is the reaction of those who were from the beginning living according to God's teaching. And then when they meet those who were last comers, they were scandalized. They wanted something more for them. So like saying, I am in the safe place. God grant me salvation. What are you doing here? I am better than you. To understand a little bit more of this concept of the jealousy, that the real faith totally excused, because the real faith motivates, invite us to rejoice of somebody's salvation, is like prodigal son. Do you remember this parable? Two brothers. One was always in the house of God. We can say like that. One was always in the house of his father, living justly, being righteous. The younger one decided to experiment with the life, and he burned himself. And we always concentrate on the youngest one. To understand this parable of the last comers, we today concentrate on the oldest one. Look his reaction. He didn't want to join the feast and the happiness Christmas, when the younger one was forgiven and the father said, come on, dress him, give him rings, let us kill the fat calf, and we rejoice because this one was dead and is alive. Because he converted and come and live righteously now after this bad experience. So the oldest one, what he says, I was always slaving for you. Because he refused, you remember, he refused to enter and make part of this feast. So the father goes towards him. And he says, I was always slaving for you, never disobey your command. And look, for this one who squandered a fortune with a prostitute, you accepted him. Jealousy. He's supposed to be punished and doomed. And I am better. I am the righteous one. Instead, the real faith, as I said, motivates us to rejoice for any conversion, true one. Not the false one, but true one. Doesn't matter what the time of our lives. This is big mystery. God calls us. And if we are here on the earth, alive, breathing, we have always chance to convert and to be in his house and to receive the wage. So if conversion is true, righteous and truthful, doesn't matter when. What is important that we do this during this earthly pilgrimage. And the real faith, my dear brothers and sisters, my dear people, exclude the jealousy. Jealousy is one grade less than hatred. Because jealousy is motivated by this snob behavior. I am better than you. God prepared for me, you will never get there because I was always with God. This is false, and this is what we have to avoid. So jealousy destroyed ourselves and destroyed our future. I prefer to talk more, but I have to go and to talk about CSA. So, first of all, I would like to thank you, all the people from our parish, for your constant support. You know that we are living in very difficult time. I call this crazy time. COVID, fear, a lot of strange things, use this, don't use that, and so on. And unfortunately, you can see that the fear as well motivates and limits us, and that's human. But in all this time, our parish functions, our parish is developing thanks to you, to your generosity, to your sacrifice, to your conviction that this place, this parish, is a place of salvation and is yours. And that we are one family. That we support this institution as much as we can. And I always admired your spirit. You know, since I arrived here, we were never short of money. I don't know how it was before, but I am talking for myself. We enjoy and we put to the end every project. Sometimes with a little bit of delay, but not because of money, because of other circumstances. We did extension, we have now beautiful, the real restroom, not only one. And you can see we have this new addition, the room when I can now listen to confessions and keep the distance We have, I call Memorial Garden, that Tony Paladino was speaking about that, is taking the shape. And all this because you're deciding to participate, because you accept it, and because you said, yes, I want to support my church in Port Huron. But we have to remember that we are part of the bigger entity, which is Archdiocese of Detroit. And every year we do CSA, which is a program of the raising the money that support another program. We are not Catholic Church of Port Huron, and with the main superior Father ZBIG. No. We are part of the Roman Catholic Church, of this structure when the local bigger entity is Archbishop of Detroit, Vigneron, and Archdiocese. And that's how we function. We did this every year because we did some surplus. We did our extension, our restroom, and so on. Because we met our goal and went over, and this is 100% with any taxation stays for us. For this year, if you take the bulletin, we have this thermometer, who for the moment looks not so encouraging, but we are only 2 weeks in it. So our goal this year, because of the COVID, is 15% less. So it's $61,139. We already had 13,000, nearly 14,000. But who pledged is only 11 people. So I will ask you to sacrifice everybody and to give whatever you can. Because this is not soft target. If you say to me, oh, I don't like politics and all these things, you know what goes around. My people, if we don't meet the target, we have to pay anyway. I have to take the money from the daily operating and meet the target. So I said what I have to, and now it's up to you. I love you and I trust you that we again could meet our goal according to your possibilities, and may God bless us all. Amen.